this warm. Well, since we're having trouble with our little Ego Twist batteries not holding the charge very well, mine actually went through a little phase yesterday of only letting me use it for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then it kind of had to be put back on charge. Don't know what was going on. After I left the house and got to work, it was fine. Didn't have a problem. Well, in come another little fella yesterday with a new toy. This one's not electronic at all. And it doesn't have it's nothing basically but a little tube and a battery. Does the exact same thing. This, I told you there was a subculture around this whole thing. This is kind of a proof of it. They've got several different kind of batteries. This is the same top that I used on the Ego. But this is basically just a steel tube, stainless steel tube, with a 2000 milliamp battery in it. And to activate it, you just push the little plunger on the bottom here. Now the plunger actually, there is a little ring here that you twist down that keeps the plunger from being able to be pressed. Basically, they call this one the telescope because you can put varying different sizes of batteries in this thing. And there's no way to adjust the amount of fluid you get out of it. Basically, there's no real need to. You hold the button down as long as you're getting fluid, and then let it go and let it all out. From what I've seen of these things, they're like $60 to $80. Does have a little bit of weight to it, so if you're not into carrying around something kind of, I'd say probably about 20 or 30 ounces. It's not super heavy, but it's not ultra light either. Recorded some footage with the Sony action cam yesterday. It actually came out pretty nice. I was kind of, I wouldn't say impressed, because it kind of looks like the video comes out a little oversaturated, just ever so slightly. I figured I'd do a little bit more playing around with this Sony action cam today. Run to the bank real quick. And what I keep looking at is you. anyway, since it is a nice, pretty decent looking day out, figured I'd use this to give a little better example of what the quality of this action cam is like. Now, I've got you in the waterproof housing so that it'll stay on the mount. It's not strapped in by any stretch of the imagination. So what I'm going to do is give you a little view forward. Hopefully there's enough room there that it don't look like I'm able to tune out the mount entirely. I'm going to clear the mount. So that's what we get. But on the good note, it won't be going over won't be popping out of the mount facing that way either. Or 44 megabits per second. And I only spent what, $13 on it. I did that video yesterday, the one where I showed the door repair, and I used this for most of the door repair. Actually does do a good job. One thing I will say for it, image stabilization on this thing is remarkable. The thing did a really good job. Now, I did a video while I was riding into town, since that seems to be my normal pattern. And I was using my cell phone, the little Wi-Fi deal, to watch the video occasionally. I'd glance down as I was driving, and it looked like it was chopping. So I assumed, incorrectly evidently, that the video was going to be choppy. So I made comments along the lines of that. Wasn't thinking, it's Wi-Fi. Occasionally Wi-Fi gets choppy depending on where you're at and what the signal's like there. Not exactly a rocket scientist here, okay? Jeez. But aside from that, it worked out great. Are you kidding me? Okay, the bums have taken to new lows. See that dude over there on the corner? He's got money for cigarettes, money for guitar, but he can't. And his car's sitting over here on the other side of the road like it's broke down or something. I guess he's gonna try and sing for his supper. People amaze me what they'll do for money. It just really amazes me. But Gonna go get my mop cut now. I'll be right back. Time to get me some lunch. Get my butt to work. It's almost 2 o'clock and my phone's dead. How in the heck did that happen? It's fully charged when I looked at it this morning. Now all of a sudden it's dead. Oh. Also, people that have watched my other channels for a while know that I don't normally talk like I did in Friday's video. I'd had enough. I mean, I can tolerate people being idiots. That's no problem. But when it's constant and you don't make any sense when you're doing it, it's time for somebody to say something, get your attention. But, and I may not be the one to say something all the time. I'm hoping not. I don't want to be that person. But I am going to call people out on their stupidity. Typically I'd do something like that in PM. But this particular situation, that's not really possible. Because he's a chicken too. Yeah, I have to be kind of careful about popping those tops off of these things. I didn't show it yesterday, but I sliced the end of my finger right off. And I do mean right off. Because I popped the top off of this thing, the Monster can, super easy. Through. I had blood all down the front of my shirt from where I was grabbing for my e-cigarette. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. And I will be cutting my eating out since somebody doesn't like the way I eat. Yeah. Oh, factory's kind of ramping up here. That's what I don't get. Economy's in the toilet. Nobody's really offering any jobs. I mean, they are, but you really got to know where to look for them. And then all of a sudden these places are exploding with not even having places for people to park. I don't get it. This thing out all night last night and so far today it's not letting up any. It's a 2000 milliamp battery. It ought to last a good long while. Old dude in the black truck just sitting there staring at me. Occasionally I'll catch people glimpsing over and trying to figure out who I'm talking to or what I'm talking to. Doesn't bother me. I mean, granted, I'm not walking through the mall filming or whatever, but this day and age it shouldn't be a big surprise to see somebody walking around with a camera recording. especially since that's the big thing now. Dang near everybody's got some form of video camera with them or on them that they can record with. Even if it's just your cell phone. I don't use my cell phone for recording. I'll use it for going into Google Hangouts. It's actually pretty neat to do that. Be able to get out and walk around on my break that I took tonight. It's not really a lunch. It's I only take like 15-minute break. Don't take a lunch. Just get out there and walk for 15 minutes, and I'm on the phone chatting with my buddies. But since I don't get to hang out with them regular in the Google Hangout at home much right now because of the hours I'm working, I can at least get on the Hangout on my phone, and as long as I stay away from the building close to the water, I'm good. The minute I get too close to the building, it starts breaking up and getting all choppy and everything, so. Oh, crap. Car flipped upside down. That's not good. That's bad juju. At least it wasn't my car. But it's still kind of freaky. How the heck? He had to have rolled up on the old K-rail. It's the only thing I can figure. Yeah, it's flipped upside down, bigger than day. But that was a scary ride. Anyway, I'm here now, so since I'm parked well within the lines and nobody's going to be digging up each other's trucks, I'm going to get my buddy in there and get to work. Probably talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.